This role play assignment is based on solution focused therapy, and the goal of this session is to help my clients to recognize their past successes and to apply them to current challenges in developing self-confidence at workplace. So in this assignment, I'll be using some techniques from solution focused therapy, such as the miracle question, the exception, and some compliments. Then we'll be in the course of the context of our discussion, I'll be using some open-ended questions and affirmations and reflective listening. And at the end of the day, everything will be summarized to be able to see how far or how my client is doing based on this session. So this session is not the first session, it's an ongoing session on helping my clients to develop uh, self-confidence at workplace and to boost our self-esteem. Good day, ma'am.
Okay.
Based on our today, we'll be looking at what we've been talking about concerning the self-confidence, developing self-confidence, and your to boost your self how to boost your self-esteem at workplace. And since the last time we met, what will you say has changed, or is there any success that you can recognize?
Yeah, from the last time I've been able to speak out to my manager, at least to report my other staff members. I've been able to do that to let them know how I feel about their actions towards me at the workplace.
Oh, so when you got that confidence to be able to talk with your manager, I think I'm happy to hear that you have been able to speak up, unlike before when you were feeling having some intimidation or some let me say something, let me say you are anxious that maybe they will not listen to you. And I believe, based on what you said, your manager was your managers or your supervisors, they were able to listen to you. So, since that, if you now look at the situation as at today, is there anything that you can specifically say has changed at the workplace?
My manager came in to have a short meeting with the rest of the staff, but still, you know, I feel bad because now the other staff members are guessing it was me that made the report. So that makes me feel bad, but at the same time I'm happy that I was heard.
Okay, so that's good. But if you wake up tomorrow and you discover that your manager, has been able to really address the situation, and you see that the relationship, the interpersonal relationship at your workplace, or the reactions and the way your other co-workers have been, started relating with you as then what how will you feel?
Oh, that will make me feel relaxed at work and feel at ease also at work, and not to feel like there is a target on my back every time. And also it will help me not to feel like I have eyes watching me, watching every step I take, watching every word I speak. It will make me feel really happy. I'll be definitely more relaxed at work, and also I'll be able to, open up and probably grow to the stage of telling the staff member, or correct the staff member about what they did to me that I did not like.
Do you know that it takes a lot of courage to be able to stand for oneself at the workplace? Have you been able to think about that? Have you been able to think about that and see that you have really taken a big step
Mm.
in in helping yourself in the area of developing self-confidence?
No, I've not actually thought about it because it's so scary. The thought of standing up for myself among my peers when the issue or the conflict is going on is still very, very scary for me. but I believe I've made progress by going forward to my manager in the office, just I and the manager in the office, to discuss how I feel. And I hope with more sessions, I will gain that confidence to be able to stand up to uh, my co-workers to tell them personally how I feel.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to hear that. So, you know, when it comes to issue of developing this self-confidence at workplace, based on your story in the past, how you were feeling like all eyes were always watching you at the workplace. It is one of those things that can really erode somebody's self-confidence or even self-esteem. And I'm happy, based on our previous sessions that we had together, you have been able to even develop that confidence to be able to speak with your supervisor, and then from your supervisor to your manager, and to be able to even, I mean, you are ready to, not like you are being confrontational at the workplace. I want you
Mm-hmm.
to take note of that. It's not maybe you are trying to be rude to other staff member, or you are trying to gain favor. You are trying to gain favor from your supervisor or from manager, or you want other to be babysitting you or to pamper you. But it's one of the things that that needed to be looked into, especially at the workplace, so that the at workplace harassment, because if it is not addressed, it's
Mm-hmm.
one if it is not addressed the way it should, this it is one of those things that normally develop into workplace harassment.
Yeah,
And I believe when there is workplace harassment, it can lead to some other mental issues
yeah,
with that staff, even to the extent that it might even make a worker to resign prematurely,
yeah,
or not to be able to keep
mm-hmm.
job anymore,
Yeah,
because anywhere they go after leaving that organization, everybody around them is always a suspect.
mm-hmm.
So from by so doing, they rather stay home and not work again, or trying to do something funny with themselves.
Yeah.
That,
That was the issue I had with the last incident that happened, and one of the staff members shouted at me. That made me feel very, very anxious. I couldn't complete my shift. I had to go home and light that I had a headache because I just couldn't stand in the same space with that so called staff. So I was already thinking of resigning because the thought of going back
yeah,
to work was so heavy in my heart. So, I thought of leaving the job, but because of my limited financial status, my finances are down. I'm a single mom. I have three children. They need stuff. That was why I had to go back. And I think it's with the last session and that fact made me to, stand up to myself that someone needs to hear about this. That was why I went to my manager. But if I didn't have that option, I would have definitely resigned from work, which would have affected me, affected my children, and it would be very devastating.
I, I see. So it sounds like before our previous session,
Mm-hmm.
you were already being overwhelmed
Yes,
by the
definitely.
situation.
Definitely. Yes, I
Mm.
was overwhelmed.
So now, looking from from there to here now, I know we still have some about 2 to 3 sessions before
Mm-hmm.
everything will be over. So from there to here, what can you say so far? Is there any changes that, I mean, like you explained, within? I'm talking about the changes within now. Can
Mm-hmm.
you what can you say about your personal well-being right now?
Right now, I would say I'm not where I was some weeks ago, definitely. No longer thinking of leaving my job.
Good,
Um, Even though I was happy that my manager dealt with it in her own way,
good.
I feel I have a voice
Yeah.
now. And though it's still challenging in one way, but I feel that I have a voice to be able to speak out and I'll be heard. So I'm lighter. My heart is lighter, definitely lighter. Um, I still think about it once in a while, but not as bad as it was before.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Also, on the basis of, let's scale it 0 to 10, or let's scale it this way, on the basis of 1 to 10, where is there, where can you say that you are now? Where 1 is the least where you came from, and 10 will be where you think you will be at the end of all the sessions. So, where can you say you are now?
I would say for now I'm at a 5. I'm at the midpoint.
Oh, good to hear that. Good to hear that. So, ongoing, this session is still ongoing. So, with all what we have discussed today, I thank you for sharing. And also, I want you also, when you get back to work, to your workplace, continue to continue to put all the things we've discussed, continue to put them into action. You are not trying to, I want you to know this because of your uh, personal situation. You are not trying to gaslight anybody at the workplace. You are not trying to put anybody into trouble. It's just for you to have a safe workplace for yourself and to be able to have a good rapport with your co-workers. So I want you to think of all those things, and when you see something that can really make you to have a relapse, take you back to where you have left. During before our previous sessions, uh, I'm not saying you should be oversensitive or hypersensitive to environment, but you just have to be able to identify, try as much as possible to identify, okay, if I allow this, or if I step into this, it will take me back. So those are the things to watch out for. So thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Enjoy a great day.
And you too.